Hey, welcome to Diaries of Badass Bosses, the podcast series that takes a deep dive into the journeys of entrepreneurs and businesses who are shaking things up in their industry. I'm Penny.
And I'm Tigz. And in this series, we'll explore the stories of people who have defied the odds, taken risks, and forged their own paths to success. We'll hear from founders who have turned their ideas into thriving businesses, as well as CEOs who have transformed their organizations and taken them to new heights.
So exciting. We're going to talk about what it means to be a badass boss, including the challenges, the rewards, and the importance of resilience and adaptability. We're going to hear their stories, insights, advice for anyone looking to make their mark in the world of business, no matter what size.
Want a weekly dose of badass boss energy? Join us every Wednesday on all major podcasting platforms.
See you there. Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Diaries of Badass Bosses. Hi. How are you?
I'm good. I am tired, but I am good.
I feel like I've not seen you or spoken to you what feels like forever.
Well, we were saying it's been like you commented on my hair this morning. You're like, "Oh, your hair looks lovely. Did you get it done?" I was like, "Yeah, 3 weeks ago." I literally don't think I've seen you this month.
That's unheard of.
I know. Well,
what have you been up to? Where have you been?
Well, I've been in Ibiza partying it up on a hen do. So, yeah, it has been. It's been a while.
Where was my invite?
Well, I would have invited you, but after last time, I didn't know whether you'd come.
No. There is a story behind this. I actually went on Tigz's hen do in Portugal, and she broke my leg.
It wasn't me that broke your leg. However, it was my hen do, so I'm going to have to take some responsibility. But yeah, I got sent off. I had to fill in a risk report every day this time because I was not trusted to bring the hen back in one piece.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. I did break my leg on a mechanical bull. Yes. So that's actually technically who was at fault. But I think my funniest thing was what you phoned my husband and said.
It's like, I'm really sorry, but I broke your wife.
And do you know what he did? He laughed. So that's the story of me and my relationship with my husband and on a hen do with you. So no one broke any bones then?
No one broke any bones. No one had their hair braided so tight that they could see their scalp.
Yeah, she had cornrows.
Oh, it was bad.
It was epic.
It was awful. But there is a henna tattoo, which I will send you a photo of later so you can enjoy. Enjoy viewing that one later.
I'm glad you're back.
Thank you.
And please do stay awake.
I will do my best.
Okay.
Yeah. But we've got a really interesting guest today, haven't we?
I am so excited to have this wonderful guest today. We have an extraordinary guest joining us. She's someone who's revolutionised the world of sports nutrition and emerged as a trailblazer in the industry. She's the co-founder of MGP Nutrition, the recipient of the prestigious Best Sports Nutrition Brand Award at the Fitness and Nutrition Awards. A lovely warm welcome to the beautiful and remarkable Cat Coleman. Hi.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having me. I was enjoying the stories about the hen do. I was here for a minute.
Could talk for hours, couldn't we?
God,
honestly. Yeah. Well, look, let's go into a little bit more about you before we start quizzing you. Yes. So we're so thrilled to have you here today. Yeah. So thanks for joining us. MGP Nutrition is a unique range of delicious and healthy refreshments originally designed for golfers and now enjoyed by people across all sports.
Yes.
So you actually set this business up with your husband.
Yes.
So husband and wife team, Max and Cat Coleman, launched the brand in 2015 after spotting a gap in the market for healthy and great tasting drinks and snacks on the golf course. We can't wait to delve into your story and gain some insights into your phenomenal success. Cat, from the very beginning, you've embraced a unique approach to sports nutrition, offering products that truly make a difference in the lives of athletes and fitness enthusiasts. You've garnered a reputation for quality, safety, and most important, results. So today, we're going to explore the challenges you've faced while building the business and how you and your husband have overcome them. So badass bosses, get ready to be inspired, informed, and motivated by the remarkable journey of Cat Coleman, co-founder of MGP Nutrition. Stay tuned for an incredible conversation filled with insights, advice, and a healthy dose of badassery.
And
That's
a whole
good.
lot of snacks as well, because we have a table full.
I'm already enjoying this.
Yeah,
This is,
yeah.
Oh, thank you. This is the only reason I get invited anywhere, actually, is I bring refreshments with me.
It's honestly, I have to say, it is so flavourful. I love the berry one.
you.
This is my favourite for sure.
The
Loving
berry is
fact-
our newest of the drinks, actually.
Is
That's-
it?
Yeah, so that's the only one in the range that's got caffeine in it. So it's really
No
good
wonder
for
you
sort of
love it.
having in the morning, or exactly. Or if you
Yeah.
pre-gym or pre-round of golf, anything like that, it's just a really good boost.
I was up with both boys last night. I've had about an hour's sleep, so this is exactly what I
Yes.
need. So thank you very much for
You
bringing
are
these
welcome.
in. I'm
Thank
going to be
you.
enjoying this throughout the whole show. So let's get to it. Okay,
Let's do
so can you share with us the story behind founding MGP Nutrition and what inspired you to start the company with your hubby?
Yeah, so my husband used to be a professional golfer and he'd sort of struggled with his weight growing up. So as a youth, he was quite overweight, which if you saw him now, you wouldn't believe that. So it's like my favourite story to tell, really. But he was bigger and he was suffering with his back and things like that, getting injuries with golf. And so he started to embrace sort of fitness and nutrition. And he actually started making his own protein shakes on the course. So he'd be getting protein powder and mixing it with water and sort of doing this, drawing around sort of under an umbrella, mixing all the flavours together, and he started to see real results.
Yeah.
But then when he'd go on to tournaments and things like that, the only things available in pro shops were sort of chocolate bars, fizzy drinks, just pure rubbish really, just sugar. So then fast forward a few years, he had stopped playing golf professionally and gone into sort of a sales job in the city. And I had come from a very different background, which we'll get onto later, Penny, because I know it's quite similar to your own. But he said, wouldn't it be great if we could bring something that was ready-made, convenient for golfers, that was actually healthy? And by
Yeah.
this stage, I was learning golf, so I was going for lessons. And the only thing there was sweets and chocolate, and I didn't want to have that because I've always been quite a healthy person. So the first product we ever made was actually a protein shake. So it was a vanilla, ready-to-drink, dairy-based protein shake, which was delicious. It tasted like ice cream. It was like low sugar, low fat, all these brilliant things. And we launched that initially in 2015. And at the time, protein wasn't very well known. It's not like it is now when you go to the supermarket or Starbucks and everything is protein. It was kind of quite niche still. And a lot of people sort of needed a bit of education as to why do we need protein? What's it for? So it was quite a tough sell actually into the golf market. But we started the business by selling it ourselves. So we loaded up our Jeep with as many shakes as we could and just drove up and down the country visiting golf clubs and selling them this drink. And it went pretty well. It was, it was a new product. It was definitely new for the golf market. And it was quite successful. And then the next year we sort of launched an energy bar that went with it. And we were just kind of growing quite steadily. And then we got to 2020 and we were just about to launch our hydration drink, which is this pineapple one I've got here. And then COVID hit, of course.
Yeah.
So all the golf courses just completely closed down. And we were debating, we were just about to produce these and we have to produce quite a lot in one go. So we're like, should we make sort of 100,000 drinks? There's all the courses have closed.
Yeah.
So we didn't. And then it opened back up in June and we were like, look, let's just do it. Let's just see how it goes. And we literally sold out of these drinks in a month.
That's
so
incredible.
It's incredible. We sold like 10,000 for every one protein drink we were selling. Wow. And we were like, right, this is the way to go. So this is a very different drink. It's water-based. It's got vitamins. There's no protein in it. It's purely for hydration and replenishing as you go. So this one had gone so well, we quickly launched the second flavour, which was the lemon and lime, which went on to be even more popular than the pineapple. And that really, really changed our business. So we actually discontinued our original product, the protein shake, the following year. And since then, we've just been innovating and making new products all the time. And now we've got this lovely range of 8 core products, which we sell predominantly in golf clubs and health clubs and now gyms as well. And then we've also got a protein powder that we sell mostly online for people to mix their own shakes at home. And we've got a new product coming out this year too, which is so exciting, but I can't say too much.
Okay. Well, we won't delve into that too much then right now. But tell me, what is it like working alongside the hubby so closely?
So many people ask that, and it's always married people. They sort of look with a horrified glare, like, how do you do it? It is, it is challenging. It really is, because there's times when if you have had, a clash at work and then you go home and it just prolongs it. But generally, it's great and it really works for us. And I think one of the reasons is if we're having like a really good day or something really good's happened, we're both sharing that, we're both really happy. Or if, you know, if it's a tough time, if we've got a problem, we're both experiencing it. So it's not like just one person's going through that stress on their own. And I think actually from starting a business completely from scratch, I'm really, really glad that we did it together.
Oh, that's amazing.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we were on the phone last night talking about this, and asked my husband, like, could you work with me? And there was just a silence followed by a no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. But, you know, a lot of people would say that, and it wouldn't work for everybody, definitely not. But yeah, thankfully, so far, so good. Touch word. We haven't killed each other yet, so yeah.
Yeah, it's all working. So congratulations on winning the Best Sports Nutrition Brand Award at the Fish and Nutrition Awards. So how does it feel to be recognised for your hard work in the industry?
Yeah, it's really nice, actually. It's really nice just to have like a physical trophy that you can hold and say, we've done this. But at the same time, would I rather win an award, or would I rather one new person try the products, love the products and use them all the time? I would choose that one every time. So it's nice to get the recognition, but it's not as important as actually making great products and people enjoying them. That's always my number one priority.
Oh, I love that answer.
Yeah.
Do you have your trophy on display anywhere?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We've got 3 trophies that we've won over the years.
So what else have you got?
So we won Best Emerging Sports Nutrition Brand when we were quite new on the scene. And we also won an Entrepreneur Award a few years ago. So we've got them sort of lined up on the window ledge in the office. So yeah.
It's a great way to promote the brand as well, then, really. You know, as much as, you know, exactly the right reason of, like, the customer's the most important thing. But it's, like you say, when a customer sees that, it just reinforces how good you are at what you do. So, well done.
Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
So when you win a new customer and someone, do you have like a happy dance that you both do? How do you celebrate?
We actually do. We actually got a little bell for the office. You know, very Selling Sunset stuff.
Oh my God, so Selling Sunset. Yeah, completely.
So we get like a new account on board, we ring the bell. So yeah, but not everyone on the team loves that, I'll be honest. Some people just go, all right.
I love it. I think that's amazing. So, what sets MGP Nutrition apart from other sports nutrition brands? So, talk to me about what makes you unique. Because when this got sent through, when Penny, when you sent this through, I was like, I have questions, but you tell me your USP, because I want to know so many things about it.
Sure. So, sort of our big competitor, I would say, well, I say it's a competitor, they're an absolute giant and we're a baby. But, you know, the drinks we're looking at with these hydration drinks is sort of like your Lucozade, that kind of product. And they are absolutely full of sugar. So even if you get a water that's, say, got a twist of a flavour from your shop or your garage, wherever, they are really, really full of sugar, which actually is not good for you, because if you take in a lot of sugar, your energy levels spike up and then you crash down. So you don't want to be putting a huge amount, sort of 30 grams of sugar or whatever it is in these other sports drinks into your body, and especially not if you're playing a sport. You know, and in golf in particular, which is where we started the brand, that is a long sport. You go out for sort of 4-5 hours. If you have a massive energy boost on the first hole, by the time you get to the 9th hole, you're like ready for a nap. So we really, really worked hard to bring that sugar level right down. So we're really, really low sugar. That's the first one. Also fat-free, because, you know, you can have your calories in a lot of places. You don't want your calories in your sports drinks. And then the best part about the drinks, in my opinion, other than the flavour, which is brilliant, and that is something we always prioritise. So all 4 of the drinks do taste fantastic, but they're packed with vitamins as well. So you've got 100% of the vitamin B, you need the vitamin C and the vitamin D. And if you remember when COVID hit, suddenly everyone realised they didn't have enough vitamin D in their lives, and it just became like this huge thing where we had to get more vitamin D. So you can have one of our drinks and that's 100% of the vitamin D you need.
And on the subject of vitamins, because I noticed you've got B12 in this as well.
Yes.
And as a vegan, it was great to see that that's in there, because I have to take a supplement for that. So being able to get that in a drink every day, you know, instead of taking tablets or whatever, or sprays, like, it's such a big deal.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm skipping ahead a little bit. I was going to ask you about this later, but everything is vegan.
Yeah, the whole range is plant-based now. So I said earlier we started with a dairy-based protein shake, but then now we just have everything plant-based. So our protein is plant-based. It's pea protein in the powders. But in all these products, they're completely vegan. I'm vegetarian myself. My husband's pescatarian. So we do, want to cater for people that have got a healthier diet, a healthier lifestyle. How long have you been vegan for?
Oh gosh, it'd be 5 years this year.
Oh wow, yeah, I've been veggie for 6 years this year, so
yeah. And it's so hard to find.
I'm sorry, I'm a carnivore.
Are you?
Literally, So I'm very impressed by anyone that can, but I could never give up my fillet steak. Sorry, it's not that I know.
What were your reasons for going vegan, if you don't mind me?
It was health reasons. So we have, my husband has a chronic illness, so he has a lot of allergies, and I'm lactose intolerant anyway. So we were sort of looking into sort of ways that we could support between our two allergies, and one of the things was suggested was a gluten-free vegan diet. So just decided one day. I'd been traveling for about 6 weeks at this point with vegan, so I hadn't eaten meat or dairy. Well, I hadn't eaten dairy for a while anyway, but hadn't eaten meat for 6 weeks at this point, and I just came home and went, you know what, I'm not missing it. This is the time. So we just sort of finished what was in the house and then just said, once that's gone, we'll just start from there. But he's not completely strict on it. So he'll, if we go out, he'll have some meat, whatever. But it's been a real change. But finding vegan food on the go, especially if you're trying to find protein, can be so hard. Like there's only a couple of ones on the market now, and even still it's hard to get your hands on them sometimes.
Absolutely. And some of them you have to be quite careful because they've put beef fat into the protein bars. That's quite a common, it's a very cheap ingredient, and it's quite often used in a lot of the big brands. So it's one of those things you have to really be careful for if you are following a strict vegan diet, and if you have got allergies in particular, you've got to really, really check what's in everything. But the whole range now is plant-based, and I absolutely love that. I love that we're offering a vegan alternative for the whole range, and especially in our protein powder as well, which is our online exclusive product. It's phenomenal. You can mix it with any of your plant-based milks, oat milk, some berries, a banana, anything like that, and you've got a complete meal for breakfast or for a snack or for dessert, however you want to have it, and you're not having to get any of these lower standard products.
Well, I know Connor was very excited to get you on the show today because he is probably going to be a huge fan of yours, being a big fan.
I've got you can't see right now, but I've got 3 different brands, 3 different bottles of drinks. And
it's like we're a news agent.
Literally, I'm like your local boss man. I don't usually like lemon and lime flavoured things in general, but I'm trying the MGP one, and it's actually really, really nice. So.
Oh, thank you. Actually, the lemon and lime is our bestseller.
Is it?
Yeah,
I can see why.
Yeah, it's very, very popular.
Well, I'm going to have to say the berry one for me, I know it's your new one, I think it may become the front runner because I do think that it is so full of flavour. That's the thing. I think sometimes you get these waters and there's a hint.
Yes.
But this, I'm actually
I'm
in love with this. This is gorgeous.
I'm glad really you love it.
The orange one is very orange squash. I live on orange squash.
So,
so,
oh gosh, that's perfect for you then.
So I'm down with this one.
I have to say as well, I'm going to have to take some home for the hubby because he doesn't drink hot drinks or anything like that. He is all, and to be honest, if I can get him off Coca-Cola.
Yes, you've got to get him off Coca-Cola.
It's my dream to get him off Coca-Cola because I don't drink fizzy drinks. This is perfect for me. So I'm so excited by this. So I want to find out a little bit more about the challenges as a business because it's a big competitive market. I mean, the drinks industry, I've worked with a lot of drinks brands from the PR side. Right. So I know what it's like. But you've done such a good job, but it can't have been easy.
It's definitely not been easy. It's definitely not been easy. Absolutely not. But it has been a really exciting, fun and challenging journey. I think because we launched into golf and it's quite a niche market, we have managed to sort of carve ourselves out as the leader really of golf nutrition. And now we've started to branch out into other sports and gyms and that sort of thing. It's presenting different challenges because we don't know those markets as well as we know our market of golf clubs. But there's been tons of challenges every single day. new things crop up that you just wouldn't expect. I mean, you guys know, you run your own businesses, you know exactly how it is. There's things that, present the biggest challenges. You couldn't plan for them. They come out of nowhere and you just have to deal with them, and it's how you deal with them that sets you apart from other brands.
Yeah. So you may not know this about me. Well, I don't know if anyone knows this about me very much, apart from my husband, but I am a big golf fan.
Are you really? Oh, Penny, we have to
fan.
the game.
I know, honestly. Right, well, I say that. So I've started lessons because actually, and I hope my husband doesn't mind me saying this, but basically most people that I've dated were all golfers.
No,
I even grew up at the Belfry Hotel.
Oh my goodness,
because that's where my mom worked. So
that's one of my customers.
Yeah, so literally, like, I remember being out on a golf course from a very young age, driving the buggy always, and just really got into watching the Open and everything, and just kind of following the stories. Then when I started to play, I've now started to get lessons because I just feel really guilty if I hold people up. And so that's why I'm like, I can't do that. That's just like, there's such an etiquette to it.
There is. You have to play late in the afternoon when it's quiet.
Yes, exactly. I have been told that as well. Please only come in the afternoon, Penny, because honestly, people are complaining. He's just there like digging away at the green.
Oh, chipping
no, I'm actually not bad. But no, I do actually now, so I have been taking lessons.
Great.
And I do love it.
Oh.
Why was it golf though? I know obviously in terms of your husband, but do you have a love for golf?
I do now, but I didn't when we met. So I actually have a really similar background to yourself, Penny. So I was a dancer. So I went to Italia Conti in London, which is like a well-known sort of theatre school, and trained there, and then worked as a dancer, and then that sort of led into presenting and other things sort of in the performance world. So when we started a business, we really didn't know anything about business. We didn't know anything. We didn't know how to write a cash flow forecast or do anything really. So we've learnt it all as we've gone on. So it's been a real amazing 8-year journey. Wow. But I really love it. Like, I'm such a numbers person now. Like, you'll always see me sort of working on my spreadsheets and working away. But and the branding as well is like my absolute passion when it comes to the business. But golf itself, I am such a huge fan now. I mean, I hadn't played it as a kid or anything. And coming from a dance background, golf is so... the opposite end of the spectrum.
You basically, so my issue is you have to look at the ball, whereas I'm always, I look where I'm going.
Exactly.
If I'm turning, I'm going that way. So that to actually retrain my brain to be like, no, look at the ball.
That is exactly it. Keeping your head down and not following your hands is so alien to a dancer. It's just the wrong thing to do.
It's so very funny. Keep your head down.
Yeah, and shoulders are slumped instead of, always in ballet class your whole life you're holding them back. Yeah, it's golf is a strange sport. Yeah. But man, it's fun when you actually play
I'm
it.
so lost in this conversation. I my only experience of golf is crazy golf, like pitch and putt, or what's it called? Top golf, where you just smack balls across and try and aim for a hole about 50 meters away. Yeah. Oh, I am not good at golf.
Oh, well, it's really hard. It's really hard.
What's your handicap?
Well, I have... Don't ask me that. Where's that shoe of silence?
We should explain the shoe of silence.
That's actually a really good moment for all of you listeners and watchers out there of Diaries of Badass Bosses. We've had a few questions about why there is a shoe. Okay. And we've never actually explained it yet. So this is now our time to explain it so that everybody understands. So Tigz, I'm going to hand over to you, my love.
Okay, well, it all stems back from a wonderful friend Sally and I have the pineapple of pause, which is a little emoji that we put into conversations, and if we didn't want to talk about anything, we'd put the pineapple emoji and we'd come back to the conversation eventually. So shout out to Sally. And we decided that we wanted one for the podcast, but we wanted something specific to us. So we were looking through all the pink emojis, weren't we? Trying to find something. And we came up with the stiletto or the shoe of silence.
We are a big fan of shoes.
Absolutely. So the shoe of silence was born. And this season we have the cheapest pink shoe we can find. And the idea is that every season we're going to upgrade the shoe as the podcast grows with us. us. So at any point you can grab the shoe of silence, and we don't have to talk about the thing. So I mean, if you want to grab the shoe of silence and not talk about your par, feel free. Personally, I don't know what a par is.
It's a handicap, Tigz. The par is how many shots for the particular hole. The handicap is what you work to based on your skill level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
None of those words still made sense.
It's such a complicated sport when you try to explain it to someone. So I play off 36, which is terrible. And I don't claim to be very good.
That's good.
So I get 2 shots a hole, basically. So if I'm playing with Max, who's a professional, I get 2 extra shots than him each hole.
So
and
Chris
then sometimes we play for dinner.
has never given me 2 shots. Chris, I hope you're listening to this.
Chris.
I've never had 2 shots, just saying. So, okay.
You might just be a lot better than me then.
I'm really not.
Is that like you basically get 2 extra shots and they're taken off?
To the points, to the end points that you'll get, basically. So she gets 2 chances rather than 1. Yeah.
Nice.
So,
yeah.
why not?
How many can you go up? Because I think I'm going to need more than those.
Now I think you can go up to I think 54, maybe even more. I mean,
I will take whatever the top number is.
The top number.
I can't see us doing many business deals on the golf course.
Not with me.
Together.
Not with me. No. You
might
can
just do them with Cat.
Yeah.
I'm up for it. Let's do it. Let's go have a nice relaxed round. Lots of refreshments. Lots of shots. Enjoy ourselves.
So going back to the product itself specifically, just give us a bit of an idea, how do you ensure, because the quality, that's what you really pin your brand on, isn't it? So how do you ensure that, and can you tell us a little bit about the manufacturing process as well?
So it actually takes about a year before we launch a product of coming up with the initial recipe, coming up with the ingredients, and we've always got different criteria for each product. So with the bars and cookies, which you can see here on the table, there's lots of different things that we want to incorporate. So our newest one, which is the apple and cinnamon bar, which is amazing. I am completely in love. That's the green one here. They are amazing. So you'll definitely have to try one. But the one thing I really wanted with that was I wanted it to be very warm flavoured with cinnamon, but not too much cinnamon so it becomes medicinal. So quite a light, subtle cinnamon, fresh apples and really juicy raisins.
Nice.
So yes, but now raisins, of course, have sugar in them, and we wanted it to be a low sugar product still, and also have about 11 or 12 grams of protein in there, so it's in the high protein category. So it's just really striking that balance of how many raisins can you have per bar to get the juiciness without going over the sugar threshold. So there's lots of little intricacies with it. We also have a really lovely crunch in there, which is made from soy protein Crispies. So that's really delicious. And because it's vegan, obviously the protein is coming from a vegan protein blend. So it's soy protein, wheat protein, and pea protein.
Nice.
Yeah.
Would you ever look into gluten-free ones?
Yes.
Is that on your list?
Yes. No, it is. It really is.
Sign me up.
Yeah, so we actually used to have a gluten-free bar. We used to make all of our snacks in Europe.
Oh.
And then when Brexit hit, it just became an absolute nightmare. So now we move everything over to the UK and Ireland, and we are looking for a facility that can cater to gluten-free, because it has to be a factory that doesn't work with any gluten in case of people with massive allergies. Same with nuts. So even if we don't have nuts as an ingredient, which we don't in our cookies, we still can't say it's nut-free because the whole factory is not nut-free. And if someone's used a nut 3 weeks before, someone who's really allergic, if there's a trace of that, could be affected. So definitely working on a gluten-free option in the snacks, definitely working on a nut-free as well. But it takes a long time. So
it really does. My gosh. And what role does the research and development kind of play into the MGP Nutrition? How do you stay up to date? Because that's the thing, it's constantly changing, isn't it?
It is, it really is. And that's a huge, the R&D side of it is a huge investment from us. We spend a lot on every product that we create. It's taken a lot of time and a lot of money to get there. It's, working with our suppliers for different ingredients, finding out what's going on, what's available. Things are seasonal as well. So there's a lot of challenges when it comes to actually sorting the ingredients and putting that together into a recipe that tastes delicious and doesn't change from batch to batch as well, because if you've got a fan of the brand, it needs to be that same product continuously through.
Amazing. So there's a wide blend of protein mixes within your products. Obviously, you were saying about sort of like having to change it to a UK supplier.
Yeah.
What was the thought process behind the protein mix? Was it trying to get the texture or?
Yeah, exactly. So what you don't want and what you never want in a protein snack is that chalky kind of proteiny taste.
Yeah.
Nobody likes that, and a lot of protein bars, protein products do have that, and certainly with our powders as well. We've tried all of them on the market, and a lot do have a really weird aftertaste.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, we just wanted everything to taste phenomenal. So yes, looking at different proteins, and of course, if you go down a non-vegan protein route, if you use whey, milk proteins, anything like that, it's a lot cheaper. It's a lot easier to access, but it's not vegan friendly, and it's not the best quality. We want it to have those premium ingredients. So we really looked into pea protein as an ingredient, which is still fairly new actually.
Yeah, it's really up and coming.
It is, yeah. And it has actually got a nice taste profile as well. Wheat protein, which we use in our cookies, has got a nice texture to it as well. But yeah, it's just balancing it out. So we've got the texture, the taste, and then also enough protein per 100 grams to make it a high protein product.
Amazing. So I guess obviously in a competitive market, that's one way of sort of definitely standing out. How do you maintain your customer loyalty and satisfaction?
Well, actually, we're really, really big on that. So all of our customers that we have, and most of our customers, we do sell directly to the consumer online, but most of our customers are trade accounts, they're golf clubs. And we work with them all the time on sort of giving them rewards the more they spend. So we've got a couple of systems in place at the minute. We've got loyalty cards in store. So every time anyone buys one of our product, they get a little stamp and then they get the 10th product free.
Nice.
Which we pay for, and the customer can offer that to their members. And then with the actual clubs that order from us as well, every time they spend £1,000 with us, we give them a takeaway voucher for £25. They can treat the team or whatever they want to do. So there's a lot of rewards with it. But we offer amazing customer service. That's our sort of number one. If someone orders by 2 p.m, they get the products next day.
Amazing.
Free delivery. We really make sure that the customer gets the best experience they can with us.
Oh, that's great, because I know I have to order the ones that I'm getting at the moment. But yeah, knowing that I can get them the next day, because I'm such a last minute person. I'm like ordering them, going, please arrive next day, please arrive next day. So yeah.
Well, I'm very impatient generally. If I order anything online and it doesn't come next day, I'm like, how ridiculous
this
should
is
be.
This is how we think now as consumers. It was very disappointed if things take longer than 24 hours. We have high expectations. So.
Exactly. So yeah, it's something that's really important to us that we offer that to our customers, because we would expect the same if we were the customer.
Yeah. So, and also when it's coming next day, you can make sure you order it for a day you're going to be in the house or in the office. Or
exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
So what are the new trends, do you think? I know you've said obviously we can't say too much.
There is a new product.
There is something coming, but what else do you foresee in terms of the industry in the coming years?
One of the things we sometimes do get asked about is sustainability, and of course because we use plastic bottles. Now, it's an interesting topic about plastic, because it's actually a great material and it's really easy to recycle it. So if you recycle this bottle, it's 100% recyclable. So the cap, everything can be recycled and put into probably another bottle. That'll be what it's turned into. But not a lot of people do recycle. So this is where plastic gets its really bad name, because people just don't bother. And if it goes to landfill, it's, causing a lot of harm. But it can be recycled. So we're definitely trying to grow that within golf in particular, because there's not many golf clubs that even have a recycling bin, which is quite bad. So we send out with each order a recycling bag that they can put their plastics into. But our new product is ticking a lot of boxes with sustainability.
Amazing.
So rather than it being about the ingredients and the flavours, which you guys know is like my absolute top priority, this is more about the actual outside of the product. So what's the packaging? And it's completely plant-based. And even the cap is plant-based.
I have to say about the cap, because again, because Krista's drink way too much Diet Coke, I don't like this new the new screw cap that sticks to it. You can't drink from it. It's ridiculous. Whereas this you can drink from. So
the tethered cap is actually going to be a law. I think it's coming in later this year, where it has to be it stay attached, which is because people take it off and leave
Throw
them
it.
everywhere.
Well, yeah, and I
else.
get that, but the way that the screw
Right,
one
I
works,
know.
you can't actually drink from
I
it properly,
know.
whereas you can drink from that. So
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
Yeah. And with the new product, I'll send you guys that when we launch it. But it's really cool. It's
Keep
amazing.
tuned for when we get to announce that on
Yes.
Diaries of Badass Bosses.
Oh, so exciting.
So, is there any exciting collaborations in the pipeline? Is there anyone you're working with, or anything that you can tell us, or we can delve into?
Well, we do work with some of the professional golfers. We do have sort of ambassadors that are, quite well known on the golf market. Tigz is like, I've never heard of any of them. I don't know.
No. I know there was a PlayStation PGA golf game. That's
there you
about
go.
it. That's it. Like, oh no, Tiger Woods. Like, there you go, one. Is he
Woods,
still even
yeah.
playing? It's been a while.
He is, yeah. He's had a
He
lot
had
of
the
injuries.
most amazing comeback, though.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it was incredible, actually. I do have to say, I did watch when he won.
The Masters, yeah.
Oh my God, when his son came out, that moment was just like, but yeah, I mean, he had to come far. Let's just put it that way.
Incredible. I mean, we're not working with Tiger Woods, so we don't have that kind of a budget. But no, we do work with lots of different golfers, and certainly on like social media and things like that. We know we work with a lot of different up and coming players, and also gym goers, different influencers in that market as well.
It's not just golf, is it? I think that's the most important thing we want to get across.
It's not like it was initially. It
Yeah.
was definitely a golf brand, and we are still very much in the golf industry. But we do now sell it in a lot of gyms. We do sell it online directly to the consumer. I mean, it's not a product you have to have on the golf course. Sitting here right now, none of us golfing and really enjoying it. It's something that in the office I have at least 2 drinks a day. And always my apple bar. That is my new breakfast that I have every morning. So it's it is for everybody. It's just a great tasting, really good for you range of products.
And do you know what? I'm quite excited about this because I've always struggled with breakfast,
Have
even
you?
though I know it's so important.
Yeah.
But it's just something it's a very long-lasting situation. And my husband always has a go at me because he's like, you must have breakfast, and he always says about fibre and protein and all like that. So I'm actually excited because I think this would be a really good solution for me.
I'd be on the go.
Because I'm on the go, I'm doing the nursery drop-off, this would be a good in-between of put something in me in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just easy.
Have a box in the car.
Sorry. There's a blooper right there, Connor. Oh Lord, I'm so sorry. Sorry, Mum and Dad. But yeah, this would be a really good solution.
I don't know. Can't take you anywhere.
Oh dear, it's definitely. You can tell it's only an hour's sleep I've had last night. Honestly. Sorry, Kat. Apologies.
Absolutely not. No, I can see why Chris is recommending you.
Oh my gosh.
I know when he
I'm
watches
crying.
this, he's gonna be cringing at you on the telly.
I think his toes are curling. I think he can already hear. Penny's talking about me again. Oh dear. Oh gosh. Right. Compose myself.
Well, I have a question for you to just
It's just
mellow the.
divert away from me.
So I was reading up on your website that you very much are about gender equality, and there's no gender pay gap, and you're a 50-50 equal opportunities employer, which
Love that.
is amazing.
Yeah.
I love that, and I mean there's obvious reasons why you do it, but why is it so important to you?
It's really important to me, obviously, as a woman. I really want to try and do something, especially in the golf industry. Now, it is such a male-dominated industry. I was at an industry event earlier this year, and in a room of there must have been 200-300 people, there was 10 women.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I spoke to, you've been there
Yeah,
yourself. I spoke to all of them, and it's such a strange time because there's no real reason why it should be that way anymore, and it is changing slowly. But obviously, with starting the brand together, with it being Max and I, we did it together. And, it's important to me that we don't have the same company that everybody else does in the industry, which is just men. That's it. And, it's 2023. We've got to start having that diversity somewhere. So, I mean, we're a very small team. There's 6 of us, but it's 3 women, 3 men.
Amazing.
Hopefully, we will be growing the team as well over the next year.
Oh,
That's the plan.
exciting.
Yes. But no, it's hugely important. Of course, everyone gets paid
Yeah.
the same. There's no, pay gap at all there, and that is something
That's
that we're really
fantastic.
passionate about. Yeah.
And I love that because, you know, having started this from literally from the starting line, you've got that, and it's something that can grow with your business and just be just one of your constant forever ethics. Like, it's just
absolutely.
And encouraging people to follow suit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Definitely.
So into the deep and meaningful stuff.
Yes, please.
Ooh.
What's your why?
Well, there's a couple actually, and I think we've probably touched on most of it already, but certainly in terms of the why, it's just having amazing products that actually do help people. Nothing makes me happy than when we get an email or a social media message saying, you know, I've tried your products and I love them, and then I'll take them out with me every time I play golf or every time I go for a run or whatever it is, and it's just become part of their lifestyle. Especially, you know, we get a lot of people who've got various allergies or health conditions, diabetes, that sort of thing, and really rely on our products, and that's just something that is definitely such a big reason in why we do what we do. And the other thing is, you know, as we've just said about having a business that is changing things a little bit in our industry. I mean, we're the only company that I know of in golf that has a female co-founder and a 50-50 male to female employment ratio, which is just mad, but that's another big reason why.
It's why those awards are racking up on that trophy shelf of yours. So outside of your business, what makes you happy? What do you enjoy doing?
So I love the gym, as Penny knows. We went to the same gym.
We do actually. I met this beautiful woman at the gym, and she even at the gym looks this stunning.
That's very nice, but absolutely not true. No, at the gym is very much for me like a no makeup, just kind of go in there, get it done. But I love it. I go to the gym every day.
Love that.
Every day. And that's something I'm really, really passionate about. It's really, I just need it actually. After a stressful day at work, I go every night, 6 p.m, and it just sorts me out. It really does. And then I do play golf as well, which is a very frustrating hobby, but it is fun. It is lovely, especially in the summer, to sort of be outdoors, just walking. I've got 2 dogs as well that are the loves of my life, and they're amazing. And we do everything with them. So they come to the office with us.
Nice.
They would have come here today actually.
We would have happily had them. Definitely.
There would have been no talking. You would have just been licking you on the face the whole time. But that's my passions. That's my life. Yeah.
And where do you play golf?
Rocket Hall in Hertfordshire.
Very nice.
Very nice. Yeah, you'll have to come down. It's very nice. It's gorgeous.
Is that one near me?
Yes.
Yeah. Not been there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Go past
It's
it all the
beautiful.
time. It looks
Yeah.
stunning. Apparently the hall there is like very
It's
cute.
amazing.
Really
yeah, but you can go in for afternoon tea and things like that as well. And it's really,
I mean,
really
I'm
special.
down for the afternoon tea.
Yeah, that one will do
you
that.
Can play golf. I'll afternoon
She'll just
tea.
sit and wait for us when we get to the 18th hole. And
Sounds perfect.
So if someone invested £100,000 into your bank account right now, how would you spend it?
That would be on new products. It'd be developing new products. Definitely. That is, we would, with 100 grand, we'd probably launch another 2 products off the back of that.
Amazing.
Yeah. Do you have 100
I
grand?
don't, but if anyone does, that might be a really great place to put it.
I feel like we talked about Dragon's Den. Would you ever go on Dragon's Den?
Do you know what's so funny? We actually were offered a spot on Dragon's Den the year after we launched. This was back in 2016. We went in for the auditions and we'd practiced our little speech, and we got offered a date to film, but at the same time we actually went down the more traditional route of finding investors, and we had a group of investors that offered us the money there and then, so we went ahead with them, which I think was definitely the right decision, because I think on Dragon's Den it can take a long time. I know when we spoke to Rachel, she said, you know, it actually took months after, and all investment does. I mean, we've been through 4 rounds now, and it always takes so much longer than you think. It's a really long, draining process.
For anyone that's going through that process, like, do you have any tips for people that, you know, because I think investment, and especially the first time you go out to sort of pitch and sort of put yourself forward, it can be quite a scary, it's a huge process, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, write a really good business plan. That would be my top one. Make sure your numbers are completely on point, you know, really do spend some time on that. And then there's actually some great schemes there. So if you're a new company, you can enroll for something called SEIS and EIS, which is a government-backed scheme where your investors actually get a large percentage of their investment back as tax relief. So it's just a really good incentive for investors. So definitely if you're a company that are looking for investment, definitely go and enroll in that, and then you can offer that to your investors, and it's a really good option for them.
Yeah, that's amazing advice. Yeah.
Well, the part of the show that we like to do, which is our lightning round, going to ask you 3 questions. Answer as quick as you can. So, what is your best business accomplishment?
I think getting the business to where it is now, from scratch, from an idea to £1 million last year.
Wow.
That's,
Amazing.
That's definitely the best achievement, but the best achievements are definitely still to come as well.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. And what is your favourite productivity hack?
I thought you were going to say what's your favourite product then. It's like choosing between my children. But my productivity hack, I don't have one. I think you've got to do the work. I don't think there is a hack. I think you've got to do it. You've got to just do those rubbishy jobs. There's no shortcut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. And what's the one thing the internet doesn't know about you?
The internet doesn't know loads about me. I am not very out there on the internet. But I would say one thing that the internet definitely would know about me is that I love my dogs. I've already spoken about them, my Cub and Cash, my 2 Cocker Spaniels. But I actually used to have a phobia of dogs.
Oh.
Yeah, so you wouldn't know that from now because all the pictures I put on the internet are basically of these dogs, me with these dogs. But yeah, I was terrified from being a child all the way up to sort of 30 years old. Absolutely petrified. Used to cry if a dog came near me.
What
and now I
changed?
love them. Well, we got our puppy. So my husband always wanted a dog and he was always like, you've got to get a dog, you'll get over it. So we got our puppy and he completely cured me.
Aww.
It's amazing. Like now I can be near nearly any dog and love them and be stroking them and rolling around with them. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
amazing.
completely changed my life.
So the moral of the story is get a puppy.
Get a puppy. That should be the moral of every story.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been so wonderful to get to know you. Anyone who is interested in obviously purchasing and tasting your wonderful products, how can they find out a bit more and purchase from you?
Yeah, so just head on to the website, which is mgpnutrition.com, and you can buy all the products there, all these snacks, drinks, and the new protein powder as well, and the new product from next month when we launch. So.
Amazing. I'm so looking forward to that. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled.
Yes, do.
Absolutely.
Do.
Oh, thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you. It's been amazing. Thank you.
Say hi to the dogs.
Oh, I will.